We're gonna go over all my parts that I have on this bike today, finally.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes.
So I wanted to do an overview of all the parts that I've put onto the bike. A lot of people have asked, and now that I finally have everything on, I want to go ahead and just do an overview of every single part that I've added and also some of the parts that I removed. I removed the kickstand just because it got in the way. I also removed the kickstand sensor, the tilt and brake sensor, just because those are things that can cause the bike not to work. Speedometer and the Eco Sport switch, again, just because if those parts are damaged, it'll stay in eco mode. So I actually have the wires connected underneath. The 2020 Marzocchi 40 Bomber 58s. Rear I have the 2021 Fox Float X2. With that, you're gonna need mounting hardware. You're gonna need 2 of them, and it's 8mm by 0.940 / 24.8mm, and without that, it won't work. Prickly Motorsports linkage triangle. That thing is super beefy. A2, which is the 2-piston up front, and I put the A4, which is the 4-piston in the rear. And the reason for that is I have a Hope 225mm front floating rotor for the rear because it's still the same stock rotor. There's not really anyone that has come out with aftermarket rotor that just bolts right up and it's bigger. I tried to do the conversion. I got another Hope 225 and I tried to do the conversion for the back, and it just didn't work. I actually went to a machine shop and I had 2 custom rotors made. One was a 265mm for the rear, and the front was a 305mm, and those are what this would look like, and it's not gonna, wasn't gonna work. For the bars, I have Deity high side 760s. I have a Pro Taper stem, Deity lock-on grips, so you're only gonna be able to use that for the left side. For the right side, I'm just using regular standard grips with glue, and then I put a wire tie over it. I also have a Cane Creek headset. For the rims, I have the 17-inch Luna rims. The stock tires that come with it and the tubes are complete garbage. They converted the tires to Michelin Pilot Streets. So the fronts, I'm running a 90/80/17, and the rear, I'm running a 110/70/17. The tubes for the tires, I have heavy duty motorcycle tubes. I also had Merlin, who's down here in Hawaii, re-spoke and put bigger nipples. Front fender, I'm running the RRP Pro Guard. My headlight, I'm actually running the Fisher Fab. Ordered the Luna seat, the 2nd gen that they came out with, and this seat is very plush. It's high. They actually sit about 1 inch higher, I believe, and the material is very grippy, so you don't slide off. From Surron shop, I actually have gotten their 60-volt 52 amp hour capable of 260 amps, so I have that now. I also have a Nuclear 24F controller. So right now I'm currently running 12,000 kilowatts. I was running 15, dropped it to 10, and now I'm running 12. The reason being is I took off the 52 2-sprocket I had and I went down to a 48 just to kind of give me a little bit more range. I did lose a little bit of torque, but overall it's actually way better how it is now. It's a lot more smooth. the brace, the peg brace that runs underneath, as well as the chain dampener that goes underneath the swing arms. All the bearings with NKE, front and rear wheel bearings, swing arm, and jack shaft bearing. Warp speed 9 pegs. I also have the race spec hard plastic engine cover. And lastly is the Stunt Cage. I actually paid my buddy to make this for me. I just assisted him. I also made a custom switch for my rear brake light. So with doing all of those parts, after adding everything up, and this is including shipping to Hawaii, so I am paying quite a bit more than people in the mainland that are buying these parts. I'm a little over 9 grand invested, so that's just the parts. The bike I bought mid 2020 for $4,100, so that puts me a little over 13 grand. You know, I'm happy to be in the beginning process of a product and to test different products, and it's been a really fun process. You know, I don't even consider it honestly that I'm done. I don't think I'll ever be done modifying this. I'm happy with where it is right now. A huge supplier right now besides Luna Cycles is the Surron shop, and they sell very good products. They're always there for you, so really cool company to check out, surronshop.com. But yeah, let's get out on this ride. Yeah, dude. Those tires are good, huh? Oh, I'm gonna switch to those. Grass. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm gonna wait for an opening because that's a little scary. Woo-hoo-hoo. Dude, your tire went right up that. Wow. Yeah, I'm converting the trials. I hate that I'm like 100% dedicated to the road, you know? Oh, yeah, you. But thanks for coming along. Hope you guys enjoyed the parts list part of the video. A lot of people always ask me what I'm running, so now that I have everything on, finally able to do that video.